Okay, let's see if this works. Let's see. Well, we're trying again. Exactly, Michiel. Can people hear me? Is the question. Hello, hello, hello. What?
Oh, great, now he's invisible.
How is audio? Is there audio at all? There should be audio. Okay, thank you, Vic. Yeah, it was totally fine in 4K the last two times, and now we are downgrading to HD. I don't care because questions have no resolution. Thanks all for coming back in. Okay, who had questions? Someone had a question about buzz on their Les Paul. First of all, I cannot possibly answer any Gibson questions. Not gonna happen. Just buy a better guitar. But I don't know about how to set up things. Why don't you focus that, Leslie? By the way, it's our wedding anniversary today, and we're here working. But I'll take the lady out to dinner. Where are we going, Leslie? Indian?
I don't care.
She says she doesn't care. Okay, what do we have? Hey Al. You guys have weird names. Not Al, but I mean, you know. I look swell. Thank you. Michiel has so many questions. Michiel, do you want to see a wiener? Huh? I'm taking care of Michiel's wiener. Snoop? No, we are taking care of Michiel's wiener, okay? It's a group effort. Snoopy, come. Snoopy, come here. Come here. Say hi to your daddy. Come on. What's up? He peed in the studio twice today. He peed twice. Why'd you do that? Michiel's wiener, Snoopy. What's with McDonald's?
Dinner tonight.
Oh, no, Leslie doesn't like McDonald's. What's my favorite Black Friday deal and from where? First thing that comes to mind is a €139 Tonex 1 at Thomann. There was a Supro deal that Landon Bailey found, but that's gone. Tonex 1 for $139 is a total no-brainer. And if you wanted acoustic guitars, Thomann always has the Taylors really, really cheap. The Mackie Show box at Sweetwater. Battery-powered mobile PA. That's absolutely awesome. Videos coming next week or week after that. David, would I go full digital for home use? Depends on what you want to achieve. You want to noodle a bit, you want to have some fun. Yeah, going digital is fine. If you want to create music that moves people, you want to have rock and roll, digital doesn't do that. And I really have many thoughts about that. I might do a ranty video about that, but we're losing a lot of what guitar music used to be by playing the digital stuff because there isn't actual feedback from the speaker to the guitar, and we're breaking the whole system by having that. There's a barrier. So it's fun. Digital is a lot of fun and easy and cheaper, but it's not rock and roll. Victor's trying to troll me. Hey, Steve Cassidy's here. What's my current camera setup in detail? What, this one right here? What we have on? Blackmagic Studio camera number 1, Blackmagic Studio camera number 2, Blackmagic Studio camera number 3. And that's it. There's number 4, that's not on. There's number 5, that's back there, even though that says 1. And there's 2 on top, which are not on because we don't even need 3 cameras for a live stream. So, yeah, and then some. But you know that, Victor. What else do we have? Alles für die Fans. Ah ja, soll man machen. Muss ja. Wenn wir sagen, wir machen Samstag am Livestream, machen wir Samstag am Livestream. Sorry, that was Hessian. Have you tried any of the Nux models? I have not tried any of the Nux stuff. They just contacted me and wanted me to talk about clip-on tuners, and I said, and doing a factory profile and talking about the company. And I said, look, I haven't been to China, I haven't seen your company, I don't know you as people. How in the world am I going to talk about Cheer Up Technology or NewX as a company if I don't have personal experience with it? So I can't do that. And I said, I can come to China, but that's not cheap. That's a lot of my time. So, no, I have not tried any of them. Jet guitar for $199 Gear for Music here in the UK. Great deal. Those are the sparkle. Where you want to go? Bye, Michiel Wiener. The sparkle ones. They look really, really good at Gear for Music. All the please. If you want to feed the dog, I mean, not that dog. That dog's being fed by Michiel. But Anderton's Gear for Music, Thomann, Sweetwater. Links are below. If you're interested in any of the shit there and you want to support what we do, click on a link and then buy whatever. Buy a drum kit. I don't care. But that really costs you nothing. Costs Thomann some percentage and Gear for Music some percentage. So it's absolutely worth it to do that. If you want to buy anything, click the links there under this video. What else do we have? Take the dog for a walk. What? We were on a walk. Hey Evan, back to you across the pond, wherever the pond is. PRX1 for 1200. I don't know what a PRX1 is. What is that? Okay, you have an idea for a song you want it produced? I have people asking me to do production for their band or whatever. The problem is, I make money on the channel and I have to hit deadlines, so I have to prioritize the work on the channel talking about stupid gear. And why would I, for much less money than I make doing these videos, have a bunch of musicians in my house eating my food, drinking my coffee, arguing with me about music when I could be by myself, how I prefer it, and generate more income? So yeah, working with musicians just, it just isn't a business anymore. Do I like working on music? Absolutely. Send me a song, let me check it out. Maybe it's something really cool. We can do it for some kind of piece of gear, and never saying no, but I usually say no to bands because I don't want musicians in my house. Musicians are icky. Michiel, he gets treats. Shut your trap.
He's getting fat.
He's getting fat, Leslie says. Hey, the other John Brown's here. He looks like me. What's he saying, Henning? Do you still get excited for new gear? Ooh, rarely. I rarely do. What? Why is Victor sending me a Facebook? Victor, I think you know I'm busy. That is messed up. That's Victor with his newborn baby watching me. Well, the baby's asleep because I'm boring as hell. Love you too, Victor. He's a daddy now. Do I get excited? Sometimes I get excited about a guitar. Sometimes I got a Dumble style amp from Amplified Nation in beautiful blue. I got excited when that came in. But yeah, oftentimes it's like, oh, okay, guitar. Oh, pedal. Oh, overdrive pedal. Boo-hoo. Sometimes, yes, but oftentimes it's the job now. And since I don't have time to actually make a lot of music and be creative because there's so much shit to do, I don't get to use the gear like you guys do. And that's really a bummer. So either I take less jobs and have less income and make more music that doesn't make me any money, or I just don't get to play with the gear the way that you guys do. So I am excited about the Aviator guitars, for example. I mean, this absolute beauty. Jan from Aviator Guitars dropped off right after, how do I shut that shit off? It's the Nam House. Nam House people, stop it. Saw this at Guitar Summit and fell in love with it because it's from the front. It is just so massively metal, right? Completely black with a slight accent. But when you're in my position, you see this. And you see the pearloid pink sparkle. And from the top, it's a pure Barbie guitar. But from the front, it's metal as fuck with a multi-scale, the bare knuckles, the offset bridge, the pointiness. And I mean, look at the back of this beast. With the wenge, and I think it's walnut, hip shot, volute. Absolutely amazing transition here. It's an amazing guitar. So Jan dropped it off, but something happened to the neck and it's slightly warped. So the top strings are, no matter what he did, kind of too rattly. So he left it with me while he's building exactly that thing again with an improved neck. And he's also building me a blue one. Let me see. So I spec'd it out, and you can spec out the Pilot series. Oh, God, Steve Cassidy. We're gonna have to, I mean, Leslie, can you?
Where were you at?
2. It's Steve Cassidy looking at me very close in a very creepy way. Why is it binging? This is annoying. Okay, it wants my pin. Let me see if I find Jan. You could get a tiny glimpse of the blue one. So he had me spec out a 6-string on the website, and it's gonna be gorgeous. Look at that. Huh? Dark purple to light blue, 6-string, fan fret, bare knuckles, a total metal monster, and that's the Pilot series. So you can spec out anything you want. I'm excited about those. How much metal do I do? I don't know, not that much. But with these kind of guitars, it could be super fun. Maybe after years now, Schecter is sending me the John Brown signatures, the Tau 6 and 7. Maybe. I've been in touch now for the 3rd time with the Schecter guy, and we'll see what happens. Let me turn this on. Blue. I mean, no, technically we need pink. Good. So yeah, that would be exciting. Maybe that answers your question. Once in a while something comes along that I really want to explore, I really want to work with, I really want to make music with, instead of just talking about it. So that happens once in a while. Okay. Now I had to... Perfecto's here! Are you excited for breakfast? Only if you make it, Perfecto. He makes breakfast. He puts so much cheese in it that even I wouldn't say we need more cheese. Oh my God. Perfecto's breakfast is good. So much cheese! Come back, please. Make the cheesy stuff. How much for what one? How much for that one? That's about 3,500. And the Pilot one, the 6-string, probably 2,500. I also got this, which I can't really show you too much of yet because I'm waiting for the rest of the outfit to come. Because I ordered a strap, which I already have in white with blood on it, and the pants and the shirt to match this guitar. So that outfit is going to be very, very metal. It's a really cool guitar. It's a leg guitar, about $14.99. It's the signature guitar of From Slaughter to Prevail. And it likely has the thinnest 7-string neck. This is satin, by the way. It's really nice. That I've ever played. I mean, it's a modern shredder. It's got lockies, but I don't know what brand they are. Fishman's clicky thing. This is not a jazz guitar. So, PX1 JBL. I don't know those. What did Michiel ask? Wait, because Steve said great question. What? Can't follow everything. Have I purchased anything for myself? No. I did want to purchase something at Thomann when I was there for $6 and then forgot. And now I'm still without a DMX Terminator. Because the guy told me I need a Terminator. Insert Arnold joke here. Got you there, let's go! Well, I don't know. Is that right, Leslie? Is that how you do it? Okay, then I don't know. I'll be back. Because sometimes these lights in here flicker and I need to terminate the DMX. I don't know what that means. But I forgot to get that. Okay, a good book on guitar theory that's easier to understand than, I mean, the thing is, the Modern Method for Guitar is not a great theory book. I don't think it is. I'm working on a course which I had on YouTube but took off because I actually want to do that as a course that people can buy. Power chord theory. That's going to do a lot. Also, you could purchase the harmony portion of our songwriting course, which is 14 hours, I think, of harmony. That's going to explain most of what you need without the shadow of a doubt. You can get that at spectreacademy.net. You could buy the whole course, which I highly recommend, but you could also only buy the harmony section, and I'm gonna say that'll cover you for a lot. It's not gonna cover you for scales and circular fifth and that shit, but the relationships between chords, absolutely. Michiel says he's looking forward to the unboxing of that bloody guitar, because he unboxed it. Okay, Perfecto is grabbing subs. That's cool. Thank you for that. Black Friday deal on that course? I have no idea. Don't know what they're doing. I mean, look, if you buy the whole course, that's 52 hours of material, and I think it's $2.99. And all of you have already spent $2.99 on a pedal or some Harley Benton, whatever, but then you go through life still with the knowledge about music that you had before. You just had one more piece of gear. So I'm saying, why wouldn't you spend that on 52 hours of very intriguing and helpful songwriting and harmony and melody and lyric writing information to actually make your music a lot better? That's what I would recommend. Also watching Rafa's channel, Let's Talk Song, you can learn a shit ton there. Yeah, Chris, really, get that harmony course. It's good. It really is. Starts from how to build a chord and goes to modal interchange and chord scale voicings and really advanced shit. DV Mark, yeah, it wasn't a fan. They had a modeler in that was really horrible, and the amps they're not good. I mean, I can't say anything other than they weren't good. Thank you, Michiel. Any suggestion for a 900 to 1,000 euro Les Paul? Absolutely. If you have 970 bucks to spend, the best single cut you can get at the moment would be the Hagström Swede or Super Swede. The Swede is standard scale. The Super Swede is Fender scale on a Les Paul. Yeah, the headstock is Hagström. You're gonna have to live with that. But holy fuck balls, comes in a hard case. I think what Lundgren designed pickups, flawless build, ridiculous sustain. They are phenomenal guitars. If they had told me once I played them that they're like $2,500, I would have said, yep, no problem with that. And then I looked it up and it was 970. So I got videos for both of those, Sweet and the Super Sweet, on my channel. That is 100% what I would buy, period. They are as good as a guitar comes. That's true. Perfecto put my affiliate in one of his videos, because he's a good man. He's as good as they come. Like, he is the Hagström Super Sweet of people. That's what he is. Arbeite ich noch als freier Produzent mit Bands, Michael? Do I still, as I said earlier, do I still work as a producer? I would love to. I love music. The stuff I'm doing with Rafa is fun. I've written so many albums and worked with bands. But the problem is, honestly, if I got a band in the studio, I would have to make it worth my while and not make videos, even if money wasn't an issue. I have to make videos because you have to feed the channel. You can't just like not have videos because that's my job now. I can't just park the channel and say, oh, I'm going to be gone for a month. And yeah, so I can't. I'd like to, but even let's say I do a couple days with the band, I would have to ask for like $1,000 a day to make that work. And when I produce bands, I did like $350 a day, and I don't think a band would want to come here for $1,000 a day. We can easily do a song a day, but still, it's I don't think musicians have the money anymore, and it wouldn't be fair to ask those rates. Just that's the situation. Like, I have to prioritize the channel. Hey, Laz is here. Steve from Boston. Will I be at NAMM? Yes, Steve. Will I kiss you? Yes, Steve. With tongue? We'll see. Love you, Steve. If money wasn't an issue, even on the moon, money matters. What money do you have on the moon? Is it moon dollars? Wait, what's Michiel, what are you in control of? Wait a second. Something about banning. Something about Danishes. You guys are too fast. If I don't kiss him on video. I'm pretty sure I've kissed Steve from Boston on video. How often do I refret my most used guitars? Never. Never have done it because I have so many guitars now that none of them get the kind of playing hours that would require refretting. By the way, I want to throw this in. Well, ist das ein Nordmende Elektra? NCWEBM, whatever that means. I'm gonna look that up. I don't know. It's an actual radio. Ist das ein Nordmende Elektra? Leslie, das ist ein... Nee, Telefunken. Jubilate Deluxe. Das ist ein... What? What is... What? Das ist eine Telefunken Jubilate Deluxe. That's what that is. Did I see the Trump guitar? You mean the $50 China kit? If you look, I mean, single cuts with bolt-ons are literally only the very cheapest single cuts Les Pauls that you can get. I think Epiphone has one, but that's like the $99 one. And they are guitar kits, the ones that you buy for like €79 at Thomann. And I do know that those kits can be purchased in bulk for about $29 a kit. If you go and spray paint it nice and you put an eagle on it, it's still that kind of kit guitar. So they kitted it out nicely, but in the end, the actual value of the guitar, the quality of the guitar you get is about a $29 China kit. And that is 100% a Asian-made guitar. Not necessarily Chinese, but I'm thinking it is, because you don't make a Les Paul with a graphic like that in the US, even without a graphic. You don't make a US-made Les Paul and sell it for $1,500. You might be able to manufacture it for $1,500, but then it's going to be sold for $3,000. So $1,500 out the door with an eagle on it. That is an Asian guitar, period. Okay, that's fact. Yeah, and it's dumb. Snoop Dogg, Pooh, Valeria's here in her own house. Valeria, I'm kitting out the editing suite with a new Mac Mini, and I'm planning on actually working there. I just started today because I was very jealous of you working in that room, and now I'm going to start actually working in there. It has Trump buckers. Shut up. So, is that Alex Terrible signature 7-string? Yes, you missed that earlier. I don't know what it is. He's from Slaughter to Prevail, I think. And there's going to be a review and a very, very silly outfit to go along with it. I'm just waiting for Mr. Gugu to. Mac Mini M4 Pro, yes. So, I wanted to say, maybe some of you saw Glenn's post on Facebook saying this might be the last video, disaster struck. And then everyone's coming to me saying, what's happening to Glenn? Well, I wrote to him immediately, said, what's going on? Are you okay? Is Julie okay? And I don't want to reveal too much personal information, but Glenn's wife, Julie, is in the hospital. She's stable, but it was a, how do I say that? A serious situation. And he's in touch with me. So if you don't hear or see Glenn is fine. His wife is in the hospital, and leave the man alone. Don't bother him. Don't ask things. Ask me. Write, if you know me personally, write me messages. I'll let you know what it is. I've been in touch with some people that wanted to know. So that's the situation with Glenn. What's Trump's guitar? Look it up. There's a stupid kit Les Paul for $29 that they're selling for $1,500 because it's got an eagle on it and Trump held it, or not even. And if he signs it, it's $10,000. Wow. And they will sell some to idiots. Thank you, Valeria. I'm pretty sure he would appreciate that. What about the boiler situation? What boiler situation? You have a boiler situation. I don't have a boiler situation. Designed and engineered in the USA. First of all, designed? No, it's a Les Paul with a bolt-on neck. That's a kit guitar. That's one of those kits where you shape the headstock yourself and then you paint it, and it's very. I mean, look at it. It's unbranded tuners. It's at the most $100 guitar. At the absolute most, you can. If you look at the pictures, like what? Why is it a bolt-on neck? Because it's a kit guitar. Because it's meant not for people who actually are guitar players. It's meant to ask a lot of money for it because it's a Trump guitar with an eagle on it, and it's a money-making machine. It's the biggest piece of crap guitar to just extort money from idiots who will want to own one of Trump guitars. The Trump's guitars. Hey, Rexifix. What's with the shower? What? Yeah, Steve, as I said, Glenn's fine. Text me. I'll let you know what's going on, because I'm pretty sure he doesn't need a million messages in his life right now. So whenever he's got some news, he lets me know. And write me, and I'll fill you in on more details. Oh no, there's no warm water in the secret bathroom. Why are we discussing my warm water situation in this house? No, and there's not a sauna in here. Is it Batman's guitar behind me? That one? No, but that's a hot ass guitar with the pink on the side. Review will come. Secret means cold grit. Perfecto stayed here and actually showered ice cold. The man's crazy. Oh boy. Yeah. Cancel your order for those guitars. Yeah, right, Valeria, because you did the bathroom all by yourself. Valeria and I, we actually did the bathroom here. Installed a sink and a new toilet. We learned skills. She loves going to Obi. What the? How about you ask guitar questions? I mean, no, it's not a Batman guitar, but you could probably get a Batman guitar from them. I mean, they do custom stuff. Michael, we've already talked about the Donald Trump guitar. Go back in the stream when it's over, and, I don't want to alienate too many people, but that's just, it's extorting. I mean, I've never heard of a politician using people that much and just like, oh, here's shoes, here's this, here's NFT trading cards. I mean, just like personal, whatever. It's just, it's the world's fucked. No, it is technically guitar Q&A. It's not just ask any questions. I mean, technically you can, but I mean, that's not what the channel is guitar related. What we did, trade survival tips? Can I tell you anything about the DI on the back of an amp? I have no idea. I'm just the redneck from Tennessee. Hey, James, I can tell you something about the DI on the back of an amp if you tell me what amp that would help. I mean, otherwise, I can tell you about DIs on backs of amps. There's different ones. But do you maybe want to know about a particular amp? Let's follow that train of thought. Will we see me as Santa Claus? No. Oh, that's a dicey question. How much is a video on my channel? Um, it started at 200 years ago, and it's not 200 anymore. I am trying to get over 1,000. That's what I'm trying. And then some companies are like, oh, we don't have this. And other companies are like, that's cheap. It's so weird. And it's actually not related to the size or the budget of the company. Some companies have a high respect for what we do, and they understand that what I do here is very, very involved. And they're like, oh, that's absolutely fair. We gladly pay that. And some companies say, oh, we can do that. Other companies will say, well, we give you a free sample. And that would be a free sample of a 70 euro wireless kit. That's not paying for the video. For anyone who's been here, which is quite a few people in the chat, they know exactly what I'm sitting in front of and how complicated this stuff is. If you just go and look at my Black Star video from this week, the Black Star Series 1, there were 2 mics in front of the cab. There's this mic in the room, and that mic alone is $3,500. Taking the room sound. Not just that it has to be here, but also that it has to be recorded. It has to be edited in. It's part of the review. There's an unboxing. There's product shots. All these elements cost money. I added up how much one of my videos would be on the open market. If you have friends in the field, so if you have someone working at an audio studio, if you have a videographer friend, and they give you a good deal, not actual open market in terms of you walk in and you don't know the people. So if you get a deal, one of my videos would be about 9,000 euro. So I there's massive competition on YouTube. We can't ask for that much. I had a friend price out a room like this in Frankfurt. There's a video studio in Frankfurt. They wouldn't be able to do the audio portion that I do here. They wouldn't be able to do guitar stuff because that's not their world. But they have literally the same cameras. And he wanted a live stream like this with 4 lawyers for 2 hours. So those lawyers wanted a discussion, I think for their private website. And he went to that studio and said, how much is that? And they're like, okay, it's 1 day, and it's the internet, and it's the heat, and the chairs, and the cameras, and the live switching, blah, blah, blah. $13,000. So 1 day in a studio like this, with 4 people just discussing things, 13,000 euro. And then the videos I do, which take way more than a day, especially in the, when it's an amp and stuff like this, and expertise, and, the setup, and that guitar, and blah, 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 and, years of working up to being able to do what I do, we can't ask for more than $1,000 for a video, even though we also bring the audience. Let's look at a magazine, a German guitar magazine, without naming any names. That'll be in the DACH region, meaning it'll be read by Germany, Austria, and Switzerland, so it's not international. And a magazine like that will ask $3,000 for a full-page ad. The distribution of said ad, not making it, right? So making that ad, you still have to do, meaning you have to hire a photographer, a graphic designer, so you're already putting money in. You're probably spending $1,000 to make the ad. Graphic designer, photographer, maybe 500. But then you're spending $3,000 plus tax to put it in a magazine, to be on the bathroom floor for 1 month. If you're even getting that far, because who has magazines anymore? Those prices exist. But we're on YouTube because there's massive competition and anyone does these videos. There's so many channels now. We cannot even remotely get the pricing that used to be paid for magazine ads. So yeah, I'm trying to be on the higher end of what I charge. I'm definitely more expensive than some of my colleagues, but I also do very long, very in-depth videos. They never get a lot of clicks, but they're usually the videos that can sell the product, because after that you know whether you want it or not. Because I hopefully have answered questions that other people haven't touched on, or I played it with a guitar that someone else didn't. That's the story. I do. Perfecto's got a good point, but there probably was a question about it. Okay, well, $70 for an iPhone video. Okay, well, there's the issue of, I can easily do that. I can do very quick, shitty videos. But I pride myself in high quality. And I don't want to sacrifice the quality just because companies aren't willing to pay that. I know Ryan has a rate for just taking something out of the box. There's no product shots. There's no learning the thing. Have the cameras roll, take it out of the box, take a look at it. I now have started offering that to companies at a cheaper rate because they can't afford the high rate. I have a feeling that I'm compromising the quality that I'm known for by doing that. Also, I have no experience with the product. I haven't played it. I'll take it out of the box and I react, and I have to very clearly state in the video that that's what I'm doing. But is that why you guys are coming to the channel? I don't think so. So we're going to see how that goes. I'm going to do a few of these. It makes it easier for me to say, oh, you can't afford the big rate, here's the smaller rate. But it means that what I pride myself in doing, the quality that I do, I can't do because they can't afford it. And we're not talking about a massive price difference. Why don't Harley Benton rebrand themselves? They now have a brand. You can't at this point change the name. It's not a bad name. I don't think it is. Yeah, I mean, value for money when it comes to budget guitars, Harley Benton is unbeatable. And I could tell you why. It's very easy. Carlos wants to know how many guitars I have. I don't know. Leslie's doing Leslie's guitar of the day. And she's going to have a count. But I don't know.
Too many.
Too many, she says. 50, 60, 80, something like, I don't know. Thank you, James. Will Sweetwater expand to Europe? I don't think they will. I think in Europe, competing with Thomann would be extremely difficult. Building what they built in the US with their customer base and everything, it would be extremely difficult. They do such a good job really just taking care of their customers. They'd have to build a massive operation here. Just like if Thomann tried to do that in the US, it wouldn't work. Does my rate change whether or not I get to keep the product? Sometimes it does. If it's a product that I do want to keep and that makes sense for the channel, and it is a higher end product, then yes, I will drop the rate and negotiate a price like this. And if it's a very high end product, I will waive my fee completely. Okay, if this guitar, okay, I'm not charging him for the video, for the product shots, for the full review, because it's a small brand from the Czech Republic and a very, very good guy. And the guitar's worth $3,500. If that stays here and it is mine, well, then I'm not charging him anything for the video. That wouldn't be fair. Or the Amplified Nation amp, stuff like this now. If a company wants to place that in the video for longer, and it is something that also benefits the channel. Having a double style amp in high quality is a good thing to have on the channel. Then I'm not an ass and I'm not going to charge them. The problem is I can't do this all the time because then I'm someone who just hoards all the gear and can't feed the wife and the animals because I can't eat guitars and amps. Leslie, do you see what Chris is writing?
Yeah.
Do you agree that you are the best and most honest reviewer ever on YouTube? I mean, she's very honest about liking or not liking the guitars. Yeah, watch Leslie's Guitar of the Day. It's a ride, and we keep them coming. She just loves doing those.
No.
No? Apparently not. Ricky says you're awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, she says. Do I have a better relationship? Michelle, you're an idiot. But do I have a better relationship with Marshall now? Nice people. I like them. Wrote to the marketing guy twice to talk about NAMM and the new amps that are coming and me reviewing them and in following up on the relationship. Haven't heard back. Nothing. Zip. Wrote twice. So I don't know what's going on. Might have to go to my R&D lady and ask what's happening there. Leslie Valeria says you rock. And hi.
Hi.
Hi. Bye. You apparently gotta go. I'm a fan of songs. I don't know what that is. As for Harley Benton, what I'm trying to tell you guys, apparently, I mean, Perfecto sent me a video earlier where I have not tried the Black Lion audio interfaces, Al. Perfecto sent me a video where Josh from JHS responds to Nathan Cordy, I think, who I think made a stupid video. He talks about Ross pedals and that they shouldn't be that expensive, but then he's taking apart a different pedal from JHS, not one of those Ross reissues, and just says, oh, there's not a lot in here. This whole there's not a lot in here is such a stupid thing. People have no idea what goes into designing, how much PCBs are, how much. I mean, even if a PCB is cheap to make because it's surface mounted, the SMB, whatever components, you have to have the frickin' machine, and that's millions or hundreds of thousands. It's just the overhead, the website, the marketing, the health insurance for the people. That all goes into the cost of the products. Okay? Going to NAMM. Yeah, that's money. That has to somehow go into the cost of the products. A product is not as much as the sum of its parts. It just isn't. Thank you, Laz. So, very quickly, let's talk about why is Harley Benton... he's a Cordy. He's a great player, but it just felt like he didn't know what he was trying to say, other than it's too expensive. And I mean, yeah, a Soldano amp is $4,500, and you look at the parts, and they're probably $400 or $500. Why is it that much? There's so much. It is the value that the market is willing to pay. The individual parts of a BMW are not worth $70,000. But there's also a perceived value for the brand, what they've established, distribution, tax. I mean, there's a million things that we don't know. But one thing that Josh in his video talked about was that he doesn't get as much for the pedal as you pay. And that's very important to realize when you're looking at in-house brands like Harley Benton. So with Harley Benton, what do I think of Jet guitars? I only reviewed one and it was good. I'm waiting for more. So let's take Jet Guitars. Jet Guitars is a Eastern European company. I think they're from, I want to say Slovakia, but it might be wrong. Czech Republic, something like that. They get the guitars made in Asia. I'm going to say China, might be Indonesia. Okay? So at the point where that company gets that Jet guitar in, they fully paid for the manufacture of that guitar. They designed it, they gave them some specs, they had some prototypes back and forth, but it's fully paid once it arrives at Jet. Then Jet needs to get it in the store. Well, they probably need some people to help them know the stores, which is a distributor. So Jet works in Germany now with iMusic Network. So those guitars, which were in Asia fully paid, now go to Jet. Jet wants to make money on them, so adds a percentage. That goes to the distributor, who adds a percentage. That goes to the shop, who adds a percentage plus tax. So the labor and parts are already done once it comes from Asia, right? It's already fully paid. Well, then, the people who came up with it want to be paid. The people who know the stores want to be paid, and the stores want to be paid, and tax people want to be paid. Which means if you look at the sum of the parts, that is the lowest part of the chain, actually. That's I mean, the wood, the strings, whatever. I'm going to say Jet guitar in Asia is probably somewhere around 80 to 150 bucks, depending on which one it is. And then the rest of the cost is added by that chain of people. Now, if you look at Harley Benton, they are rather inexpensive simply because you don't have that B2B, that business-to-business distribution model. Thomann has Lasse, who is a brilliant product manager. He comes up with the guitars with me and with other signature artists, and they discuss what guitar they want and what colors. He orders them in China, Indonesia, Korea, Quad Factory. He has the connections. He goes to those factories. He doesn't just write an email. He actually is in Asia a lot. He looks at the factories, finds the best factory for the model that he wants. Because some make great set neck guitars, other make great bolt-ons, other make better basses, other make better acoustic guitars. So he finds the best factory. But then it goes from that factory directly to Thomann. They add what they want to make on it, the normal shop, upcharge. But the brand is Thomann, so the brand doesn't make extra money, the distributor doesn't make extra money, so you're taking two middlemen, technically, out of the equation. So what Harley Benton is able to offer for, let's say, $299, nobody can offer at $299. They'd have a very, very, very hard time to compete with that, because in either case, there's always middlemen. Because that's how it always has been. Ibanez, let's not look at Jet, let's look at Ibanez. Ibanez Japan comes up with a guitar. They have them made in Indonesia, let's say. It'll sell for $799. It probably ships directly to Meinl, Germany, which is the German distributor, or Headstock in England, which is the British distributor, and so on and so on. So Ibanez has to have the website, the design team, the marketing, the artists. I mean, that all costs money. So Ibanez wants to make money, right? They probably never actually get the guitar to Japan. It goes directly to the distributor. The distributor goes and checks it out, does setup, which costs money. So the distributor makes money. So there's Ibanez making money, the distributor making money. Then it goes to Thomann. Thomann wants to make money, or the shop. I'm always saying Thomann because I work with Thomann. So the shop wants to make money, and then the tax people want to make money. But you again see, if you take out the Ibanez part and the distributor part, you can reduce the cost, the tax will be less, and you have a guitar that maybe at similar quality, instead of $7.99 would be $4.99 or maybe $3.99. That is absolutely possible. But to the consumer, it looks like, oh, that's a cheaper guitar and it's much more crap than the one for $7.99. Also says Harley Benton on it, which means lower quality for some reason. I don't know why that it's not the case anymore. And Ibanez stands for higher quality. But if you look at the distribution chain, there's a lot of money to be saved by doing this direct model, this in-house brand model. You can't do this if you have to be in more shops. If you're Jet, if you're Ibanez, Thomann is their own shop. Gear for Music with their in-house brand is their own shop. Okay, that is where the benefit lies in having your in-house brand, because you don't have to go to other shops. You're selling directly, you're buying them directly from the factory. Benefit to the consumer is a high-quality guitar at low cost. But you can only buy it from that one shop, because as soon as there would be a distribution model, I know people are asking, when is Thomann going to sell these at different dealers in the US? It's never going to happen, because then the whole model doesn't work. Because then again, you have to add one more stop in the chain, and you're adding cost, and all of a sudden, they are not as competitive as they are now. It's weird that that isn't clear, but I've been in this business for 15 years now doing these reviews and stuff, so maybe it's clear to me now and just really not that transparent to the average person. Basil, yeah, you want to complain in America about the cost of things? That's everywhere, and we complain about the cost of things from everywhere. That's just how it is. How long are these live streams? Usually we need to turn it off because we need to give the dog the pill, and not the anti-baby pill. He's got a pill, and then go and have some food. So, a couple last questions. Where do I buy those lovely hoodies? They come from Poland, and I've been working with the company for a long, long time. I do get them free of charge. I do not get a kickback. I don't get a percentage. A link is usually below the video, and if you use my coupon code, you get a 5 or 10 or 15% off or whatever. But it's called MrGugu.com. Link is under every video. Again, I don't get any monetary anything, but I do get very, very silly sweaters. I mean, come on, look at this guy. It's just cool. Yeah. Yeah, there are more in-house brands. Music Store has Fame and Jack and Danny. A lot of the bigger shops have their in-house brands because there's money to be made and good quality to be delivered to the customer. However, you have to build the brand, and that takes a long time. And if you make some missteps like Jack and Danny did and crap Harley Benton in the beginning, Harley Benton was really shit in the beginning. Now, holy crap, the stuff they deliver is pretty phenomenal. Not everything. Sometimes it's like, well, it's good, but it's not like, oh my god. And then when you get an oh my god Harley Benton, some models are oh my god and some are pretty good. And then you watch my videos to find out. You're Polish? I mean, you're Polish with the name of, like, Suminski? Simon Szymanski? That's Polish? Who would have thought? Yeah, they're from, I want to say Krakow, but I don't think that's true. Great company, Mr. Gugu. They're comfy, and you look like an idiot, which is always a plus. Have I met Jeff Kiesel? Very, very briefly, I think. More like a wave and a hi. That was about it. James keeps repeating that he's a redneck. Why? We're gonna. I mean, you guys are still writing things. Thank you for that. Sorry that the stream was weird in the beginning. I don't know why. We're gonna figure this out. Ashley's what? I don't know what you guys are talking about. We need to give the pill to the little dog, the weird poodle, and then we're gonna go. I'm gonna say Indian, unless Leslie wants something else. We'll discuss that because, as I said in the beginning, it's our anniversary. 2 years, I would say, with that woman, but that's wrong. It's been, I want to say 12. Leslie, is it 12? Yeah. 12 years with that woman. But I married her 2 years ago. Don't know why she said yes. I have no idea. But I'm glad she did. So, thanks for watching. I'm going to hit stop. And then you go and do something much more productive than this. Tomorrow morning, some kind of rant. I haven't recorded it yet because I was way too busy today with other stuff. But I have 1 or 2 or 3 different topics. So I'm going to see which one I'm going to do. We'll see. Rant tomorrow. Tune in. It's going to be ranty. Thanks for watching. Thanks to the team, Michiel and everyone, manning the chat. And thanks to all my friends tuning in that I know personally. Thanks to everyone that I don't know personally for tuning in. Let's do more of these because it's super easy content and apparently you care about what I have to say, which is so weird because I'm just some dude in a silly shirt. No animals at the end unless Snoopy wants to come over again. Does he look like he wants to come over?
No, he's sleeping.
No Snoopy in the end. Bye-bye.